Sometimes you feel that your soul is gray, dark gray, light gray, but gray. Just like the sky once in a while. Especially springtime, like everything's gray, the streets are gray, the buildings are gray or beige, but in a shade of gray. Even the grass has that yellowish, greenish, grayish tint. So you think that everything, life has no flavor. Everything seems unalive. But we all know that in spring, that's where everything will come back to life. Everything will take back their colors. But at the beginning of spring, you don't see it. Sometimes we have the impression that our life has seasonal section. Sometimes it's summer, sometimes it's fall, autumn, fall, winter, when everything is so cold, and just like spring, we imagine like everything comes back to life, but at the beginning of spring, everything looks dead. So your soul is the same thing. Sometimes you have the impression that everything is gone inside. But don't forget, behind those gray clouds, the sun is there, even though you don't see it. Do you have to believe it, or you know for a fact? The plants don't seem to mind that. I guess they know. That's why eventually they come back to life. They reborn, so to speak. So the soul, for me, it's the same thing. Sometimes you see some coaches like, oh, you have to do this, you have to do that to get better, and blah 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 blah. Yeah, sometimes they might be right. Sometimes it's very good what they're saying, but some people that have a rebellious mind will say, you were privileged, you had help, or you had money, or you had people, or you had the willpower. It's not everybody that has that willpower, that strong willpower, like that they would go everywhere, anywhere, like they have that strength. Sometimes you don't feel that you have that strength. I'm talking to those people, the ones that don't believe they have the strength. Why? Because I'm one of those rebellious mind. Oh, it's nice what they're saying, everything. Oh, sometimes I take note, but I don't have that in me to be like, go for it and blah blah blah. Well, when I can do it for someone else, but for me it's like doesn't work. Like there's always something in my mind that say, no way, that cannot work for me, or I'm not that type of person. I can give you suggestion. I'm not a coach, I'm not a psychologist or a psychiatrist or whatever name title with those big studies. I'm not that. I'm just a normal human being. Let me tell you a little bit where I come from. I'm a lonely child from a single man. She was single at one point, like she got divorced. My mother got divorced at one point when I was very young. So let's say she was a single mother. She did whatever she thought was best for me. She did good stuff. She did less good stuff. Like, she's human. She did mistakes too. Everybody goes through some trauma in a way or another. I'm not talking about those special case, those heavy case. I'm that special. As I said, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a psychologist. So I won't touch that. But if whatever I say can help you, good. But I'm talking about the most people that you can meet have that kind of trauma. Like everybody has trauma in a way or another, or the parents didn't listen to them, or the parents didn't do that, did this, didn't do that, they said this, they didn't say that. Everybody goes through that. My mother went through it, I went through it, and even though I worked very hard, I've been careful the best I could with my own kids. For sure I did stuff wrong. I'm human. But I always told them, like, take the good from each parents, let the bad on the side, and try to build yourself. Try to go through it. Luckily, I think I am open enough for them to open up to me if there's something that that I did wrong or I say wrong or whatever. I think I'm open enough to have a discussion with them. I always tried, even though when they were kids, I tried. But I'm human. I was a single mother too. I've been like, I never had a partner to share my life with, or to even share the bills with. I've been alone for, like, living on my own. I would say around 20 years. So for 20 years I had to manage the kids, the house, my work, my life. At one point I forgot myself. I put myself on the side. I concentrate on my kids because I was in a great seasonal era of my soul. So I put myself on the side to take care of them because they didn't ask to be there, to be alive, to be on earth. So it was I took on my shoulder the duty to do my best to bring whatever they needed. So when I was in my 20s, even before my 20s, already the life, like, I found it so, it was becoming cold, artificial, superficial. Thank God it's not everybody that was mean, but you see mean people, like, why the war? Why so many kids in the world are hurt and blah, 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 and like, where are we going as a society? So at one point before my 20s, to numb myself, I used to drink a bottle of wine every night. Okay, I was not drinking during the day because I had to work, because I had stuff to pay, I had responsibilities. But every night I was drinking a bottle of wine, waiting that the time passes for my end of life kind of thing. And at one point, I sat down, even though I just drank my bottle. At one point, I said to myself, you know what? If I have to live about 60 or 80 years, 80 more years, that's gonna be long to drink a bottle of wine every night until I die. Nah, what can I do with that money and that time to pass the time? So sometimes I got hurt a lot in my life. Like, I was I lucky? Can I say that I was not lucky in life? There's a part of my life I was lucky, like as if I had a star to protect me somewhere, everywhere. In French we say to be born under the good star. Was it my faith? I'm not going to church, but I had a faith. I have a faith. I have my beliefs, my faith, and everything. But was it this that hold me in as a whole? I've been up and down and up and down People would say, oh, you're bipolar, or you're this, or you're that, you're depression. I never went to see a doctor. Maybe I should have, but I didn't. I decided to not go. Like, I'm gonna face my demons alone. I'm gonna face them. Like, it's gonna take whatever it's taking. Like, I'm going head first downhill. I don't care. I'm gonna go. So I did up and down and up and down. I still do that a bit, but with age. Yeah, with age. Yeah, I'm getting old. I promised myself not to remind me that. Yeah, time flies. But with age, like, I know that everything is, it doesn't last. Nothing lasts. Happiness doesn't last. Sadness doesn't last unless you decide to hold, especially the negative emotions. If you decide to hold on them, man, you're gonna go for a ride with them. So happiness is like a work in progress all the time. You don't always have it. Like, hey, I'm not a robot, I'm human. And I'm pretty sure you are too. So I just wanted to share with you some stuff that I do to help me go up the hill, because I still do at the age I am. I'm not 60 yet, but I'm way past the 50s, and still I go up and down, but my downs are less lower than before. I take them less seriously. But life is serious, but at the same time it's a game. Like, everybody wears a mask, everybody pretends. Like, you heard that expression, like, fake it till you make it. Like, yes, you can wear a mask, but if you don't fake it deep inside, it won't work. So you have to fake it inside also. Pretend you be happy, but not just to pretend as a facade. You have to pretend, but to feel it, to feel that happiness. What happiness can be for you. That's not easy, but once you understood how to press the button on for that feeling, it's gonna be easier to go up the hill. Sometimes you have to work a little bit hard, sometimes not that much, but that's the game of life. The things I do to help me, especially, like, when you're in an apartment, like, that you live alone or not, sometimes it's so freaking hard to get out the bed, to do stuff. The house becomes a real mess. I saw bad images about those situations. I never been that bad, but I was heading that way. I decided that it's a suggestion. I'm not telling you what to do. It's just, if it helps you, try it. If it helps, good. If not, let's try another thing. But what I do usually, it's like, even though when it's too messy in the house, like in my brain, it becomes like, I always say that cleaning in the house, it's as if you're cleaning in your mind. That's why I love painting walls. When I move, okay, never mind. So what I do, I don't look at my place and, oh my God, did you see all I have to do? If you do that, you're killing yourself right away. You won't have the energy to do stuff. So I'm gonna give you 2 suggestions. I use the 2. Sometimes I start with one and I finish with the other. But usually when I start cleaning the house, always start by your bedroom. Why? You have to think of you. Think of yourself first. Why the bedroom? Because it's the most intimate part of the house for you. Like, that's where you sleep. That's where you're supposed to recuperate. So by cleaning your room first, like this, even though you don't finish the cleaning in the house, at least when you go to bed at night, you'll have a clean place, a clean heaven for you. Like, to change the sheets, okay, now it's gonna be a lot. Like, to say like this, to change the sheets, and to place everything, but believe me, it's really worth it. Whatever you have to do in the house, always start by your bedroom. Start by yourself. Or what you can do also, you do by layers. You start, let's say it's there's mess everywhere, okay? You need to clean, you need to wash, you need to everything, like, oof, that's a lot. But start small. Always start by your bedroom though. And then you go in the house, you just start to take everything that is really, like all the stuff that you left on the table. Take that. Do you have to wash it? Do you have to throw it? You start by that. And then, let's say that was the table of the living room. You start by the table of the living room. And then you look at it. You can go in the kitchen to do the same thing with that the table in the kitchen. Maybe the counter. Or maybe just the big stuff that is on the floor. And then, after that, depending on your energy also, if you're very tired, you can take breaks, you know. So after that, let's say you finalized everything on the floor, whatever, and then you pass the broom, just a broom. Maybe after you can mop, or you can mop the day after or the week after. At least like this, it's starting to clear the place. To give you the honest truth, usually when I do that, I do room by room, a little bit, but my bathroom is always the worst because my washing machine is there, so I put all the clothes that I have to wash there. So I sometimes, to be honest, like sometimes the dirty clothes can be there for a week, but after that, you do a little bit every day, just a little bit. Like I do one laundry per night, and slowly you're gonna get it. You're gonna get through it. Okay, I'm talking because as a single person, like I'm alone. But when I had my kids, that's not how I was doing it. When I had my kids, like I was doing first the living room. I started by the less messy, the living room. I started by the living room, and then I went to the bathroom, and then the kitchen. The kitchen was bad because the kids, I'm hungry, food, hungry, eating, blah, blah, blah. And then at the end of the day, I was too tired to do my bedroom. So my bedroom had all the clean clothes, but that I have to put away, but I didn't, and that I have to fold, I didn't. Everything was a mess in my bedroom. So that's why I say that for a long time I forgot myself to take care of the kids. But as a single person now, I can tell you, always start by the bedroom, even though you have kids. Just clean that space first. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be the fastest room in the house to clean. So that's why I start always by the less messy. Unless you do like I used to do, like to bring all the thing in your bedroom, but then it's something else. But for now, that's what I'm suggesting.